right. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here at Retrothon. We'll be continuing the arcade block. Actually, most of the games that I'll be playing are not really arcade games, but they're kind of arcade in spirits. We'll be starting with the Metal Slug Double X. So Metal Slug Double X is the last Metal Slug, last run and gun Metal Slug from the series that came out in 2009 initially. It's a remake or sort of an enhanced version of Metal Slug 7. It came out initially in the PSP, but then also came out on Xbox 360 a year later, and then on the PlayStation and Steam in 2018, 2019. So we're playing the PlayStation 4 version, and yeah, we're gonna go for 1cc. This is not an easy game, so we're gonna try to 1cc it. Emphasis on attempt here, so we'll see how it goes. But it's kind of like, you know, Metal Slug games. We're pretty much, you know what to expect in Metal Slug games. So running and gunning and multiple characters. So this game is very similar to Metal Slug 6, which gives you multiple characters. So here we have Marco, who's kind of like beginner friendly. Then you have Eri, Ralph, Leona, so those are obviously the King of Fighters characters, and then Fion, Tarma, the OGs. But we'll be playing Leona because she's very, very strong, and you're gonna see why, basically. So the game has 7 missions, and yeah, it's quite a long game, I would say. Overall, it's about 40 minutes. The first missions go by super fast, but then the late missions, in typical Metal Slug fashion, become a little bit longer. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's go. So mission 1, timer. So mission 1 is kind of like a tutorial mission. It's not the hardest mission, obviously. And yeah, what's important here is just making sure to kill enemies very quickly. This game has a lot of like setups, so I'll be going for some specific strats. The good news is that when the strats work, things go excellent. When things don't go right, I'm gonna be most likely dead. Okay. Here we're gonna use our Iron Lizard. Okay. Oof. This part is a bit scary. Here you have basically 2 paths. I'm taking the easier path because I get to use a slug. So as you know, the slug, when you use the slug, it's pretty much you have 3 hits. In this game, you die in 1 hit. But if you're inside the slug, you can take up to 3 hits before dying. Yeah, as I said, this is a remake of Metal Slug 7, which came out on Nintendo DS. And then basically, it made some enhancements. It added Leona as a DLC character. And it made some changes to the stages. Mostly, I would say the first stage, it added a couple of paths. Then on the most significant change will be on stage 5, where they added multiple paths and also like different vehicles. Compared to like Metal Slug 2, compared to X, 2 versus X, I would say this is a less significant enhancement. But yeah, so this is the first boss. The trick with the first boss is that if you he has multiple segments. If you destroy all his segments, he dies. And unfortunately, it's kind of giving me very bad patterns where he goes and hides. So if you destroy all his parts, he dies immediately. If you don't destroy them all, he still has some HP, so the fight lasts a little bit longer. Oh, I can hear the... Oh, is there audio, guys? I think you can hear me, right? Hi, everyone. Yeah. Hi, Mike. No audio? Okay. Just let me know if you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, good, good. Thanks. Everything sounds fine? Nice. Alright. So as you saw, stage 1 is relatively quick. Stage 2 is kind of the same. Not super long. But things start to become a little bit tricky here. So a lot of enemies that we're very familiar with here. The game like introduces you to things, different new enemies. Little by little. So here we can skip some enemies. Some areas actually you have to kill all the enemies. In some areas you don't have to kill all the enemies to advance. So since it's a 1cc, we're just gonna try to avoid as many enemies as possible. Whenever we can skip enemies, we're gonna do it. Okay. I counted wrong. Alright, this segment. No. Oh my god. This part is scary. Okay. Alright, those enemies that are hiding are very, very sketchy. Yeah, sometimes it's not easy to actually know where they're going. Oof. Okay, some very sketchy behavior here. Okay, this is so Metal Slug X actually Double X introduced a couple of additional vehicles here. So this vehicle actually gives you infinite cannon. So that's the gimmick with this weapon, with this one, and you can actually add the multiple parts to it. It's kind of a little fun. We won't be using it actually for the boss. Typically, if I was playing another character, I would be using it for the boss. But with Leona, she's very, very strong. So we're not gonna be using this vehicle. We're gonna just get rid of it. And we're gonna use one technique with Leona called the Moon Slasher Cancel to get rid of this boss, which is here if it lets me. Good. Okay. So the Moon Slasher, the way you perform the Moon Slasher is that you press the attack, the special attack button, then you press up, and then you alternate between attack and bomb. So you do like alternate between them to cancel the Moon Slasher. And actually, it's a melee attack that doesn't cost anything, and it does huge damage. So as you saw, this boss usually, typically, it takes to fight him about 30 seconds to a minute, and we got rid of him in less than 10 seconds. Alright, stage 3. Stage 3 is not a difficult stage. It's a bit tricky in some areas, mostly the boss fight. But they give you a vehicle early enough so that you can actually just destroy. And if you're being careful and you know where the enemies are, it's relatively easy to take care of it. But yeah, one thing about this game is that it's like in terms of difficulty, I would say it's very, very high because it relies on a lot of setups. Like the setups that I'm using are precise, and it relies on basically killing enemies as soon as they spawn. If they don't, if you don't kill enemies quickly enough, you tend to get overwhelmed. Unfortunately, it's super easy to die. That's the big turn off in this game. But once you learn the strats, and if you're good with memorizing, if you enjoy memorizing the games, typically it's a fun 1cc. But it's very different from, let's say, Metal Slug 1 to and other Metal Slug in a sense that it's super memorization heavy. compared to the other ones. Anyway, another vehicle that is different here. It's it has a little bit of a little gimmick here, but the key is basically keeping the enemy chaser and getting rid of those enemies. And we got rid of it because we won't be carrying over in the next screen. Okay. Here we're gonna have this ball chasing us. So the key is basically taking care of this part. Gonna try to speed it up. Thankfully, they gave us the rocket launcher. Not the rocket launcher, sorry, the flamethrower. So that's super helpful. Alright, let's go. Yeah, he doesn't say rocket launcher, unfortunately. This announcer says it correctly. Okay, we're gonna take care of the moon slasher here. Okay, this boss is a bit tricky. Nice. Alright. Okay. The key is basically killing the first part and then taking care of the second part, which we were able to do, you know, relatively safely. But those fights can go wrong super quickly. Alright, stage 4. This is when things start to become a little... Stages start to become a little bit longer. Yeah, this stage switches things up a little bit. Come here. Oh my god, I needed that weapon. Okay. So far so good. Get rid of these enemies. Here, up. Get rid of these. Get rid of these. Take care of these guys. Nice. Good. You have to memorize everything in this game, otherwise you're gonna get wrecked. Alright, here we're gonna throw this bomb. Take care of this guy. Take care of this guy. And we get the iron lizard. This is a very good iron lizard drop here. It's very useful. Okay, so far so good. Okay. Here we have motorbikers here. Take care of this guy. Okay, good. I didn't get robbed by the knife guys. Knife guys are very overpowered here. Sometimes they jump in a way that is not optimal. Okay, here we have our friend the ostrich. So the ostrich was first featured in Metal Slug 3 in one segment that is actually not very popular. So, but yeah, we get to see it here making a comeback. It's only in Metal Slug XX. It's not in the Metal Slug 7. Metal Slug 7, you get the Sluganoid. Oh my god. Wow. Ooh. Okay, these guys, when they escape, they're so dangerous. Thankfully, we got rid of them. And these guys, you need to jump on the thing. You're gonna get wrecked if you don't. And then we're gonna get rid of our friend here. We're gonna throw. We're gonna get rid of the weapons. We don't need them for this boss. This boss, you're gonna see the power of the Moon Slasher. And there you go. That's the 4th boss. Okay, mission 4. It was good overall. Okay. Now on to maybe the second hardest stage in the game.
Mission 5, start.
This one is a bit scary. Because things need to happen. Oh my god, that was a bit sketch. I knew that these guys are gonna fire, so thankfully I was able to anticipate it. Here they give you this gimmick of parachute. If you jump, actually, your parachute gets activated. Okay, it's good. Nope. Ah, all right. These guys, man, they're so scary. Okay, good. Here, there's 3 paths. There is the left path, the right path, and the down path. So we're gonna take the left path. Left path, we're gonna encounter some old enemies that we saw long time ago. They're not that difficult. And we have a lot of ammo, actually, to take care of them. Here we're gonna take this mobile satellite to take care of the next wave of aliens. Yeah, exactly, the infinite backpack. Parachute backpack. Yeah, it's a little gimmick. But thankfully, yeah. We got through it. Alright, next is probably the most memorization heavy segment in the game. Here we're just gonna push forward. We're gonna take advantage of the iframes. Gonna take care of some of them. Take some bombs and take the shotgun. So this is gonna be very specific. And if I fail, I'm gonna die. Okay, here we're gonna take care of the enemies. Oh my god, no. Ay, 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 ay. Ah, I hate that. Alright, it's fine. It's not over, but yeah, that was kind of yeah, unfortunate that we died here. Still have some chances at least. Okay, let's go. Okay, here is good. Okay. All right. This is so far so good. I didn't want to take a death, but this part actually dying is expected. I missed one little jump. I jumped a little bit too early, but it's all right. The good news with Leona is that if you die, you don't lose all your weapons, unlike other characters. So that's why she's also good for 1cc. Okay, here we're just gonna take care of the parts. First part, the second part. And then the third part coming up here. Okay, it's fine. We can wait for these guys here. Yeah, this boss, if you don't have the resources, you're most likely dead. So thankfully, dying before this boss with Leona, you keep your resources so I can actually recover. If I died with, let's say, Fio or any other character, the run would have probably been dead by then. Okay, made it to stage 6. So stage 6 is quite a long stage. No way! Oh my god, what happened? That sucked. That was my mistake. Okay, that's unfortunate. We're kind of in trouble. I think the 1cc is still possible, but it's I think it's almost like, yeah, almost over, I would say. That was unfortunate. Yeah, that was also my mistake. That was a stupid mistake actually from my part. Okay, here we're gonna just do this. Go over here. It should be good, I think. Yeah. Okay. So this, yeah. So Metal Slug gives you three lives, unfortunately. So no extends. 3 lives. That's all you got for the 1cc. So here we're just gonna take care of this. Usually when you're crouching, you're very safe against this enemy. Okay, here we're gonna have to take care of this guy, this guy. No. Oh my god. She didn't wanna hit him. Alright, let's go. Yeah, as you saw, like, I need to basically destroy everything in a specific way. Otherwise, yeah, it's very difficult to bounce back. This is the problem. Okay, good. So here we're gonna have some vertical platforming. So now we get introduced to these enemies that shoot laser. Okay, gonna get rid of this weapon. We don't need it. So yeah, in this game you have 2 weapons basically. Okay, good. Yeah, it sucks about that death. I would have liked to have at least 1 life in reserve. Now I'm gonna be... My butt is gonna be clinched for the rest of the run. So here we're gonna advance the screen little by little just to spawn enemies one at a time. Nice, this one. Okay, this segment is a bit sketchy. Nope, not today. No way! Oh my god! Ah, that was stupid, man. That was stupid. Okay, rip the 1cc. We tried. 2 deaths is like the stupidest deaths ever. That's how this game gets you, man, with those hitboxes. Alright, well, it's alright. We'll see if we can do the 2cc. Yeah, the two deaths in this stage were definitely my fault. Cannot blame the game for that. Okay, so this is you take this weapon here, this slug, which is a bit unusual. I think this is the first time where you pick up like such a big slug. But it's very fun to actually pilot this one. You shoot from your stomach. It's just totally normal. You have also another turret on your side, but I don't think you use it. All right, on to the boss fight. Yeah, so this is a refight with Alan. So Alan is not that difficult. So he has multiple patterns that are relatively predictable. He telegraphs most of his attacks. When he comes at you like this, you need to get ready. It's important to stay actually behind the moon, where my position is, so that he doesn't attack you. You just advance a little bit, do a jump, and then you advance, and then you need to stay there. So although I don't have my bombs, so when you press the bomb button, you actually perform this this melee attack. So it's very good actually against the bosses, against like countering his attack and stuff like that. Okay, he's almost dead. Yeah, he's very easy. It's a bit difficult at the beginning, but once you figure it out, it's not too bad. The thing would get along with Raiden. Yeah, exactly. He looks exactly like Raiden. And yeah, thank you for the raid, BugDR. Welcome everyone. I'm guessing player 2 is in charge of that side gun. Maybe. Yeah, you might be right. Actually, I haven't seen the the two-player run. So yeah, probably the second player controlled the other side of the turret. All right, so final stage. So this is stage 6, but it's basically the 1/3 of the game. Yeah, like Metal Slug games tend to actually, as we progressed in Metal Slug games, they tended to become very long, especially in the final mission. And this is no different. So, although this mission actually is very manageable. Okay, here you have to take care of these enemies. So they give you this slug actually, which is not very convenient, because you're descending a slope, and the slug actually is not very easy to maneuver, because the way you fire down. But as long as you take your time, it's not actually a difficult part. Alright, so there. So here we're gonna take the bombs. because the bombs are more important here compared to the cannon. Yeah, and so in Metal Slug 7, actually, you get a plane, which makes this segment relatively easy. Yeah, this segment, in Metal Slug 7, it's relatively easy. But yeah, this game is probably one of the hardest in terms of 1cc. Like especially on level 4 or normal difficulty, I consider it the hardest one, Metal Slug. Here what we're gonna do, okay, we're gonna advance the screen, move back. We're gonna spam the bombs here. Okay, it's fine. Alright, it's all good. Yeah, this run is definitely the very, very difficult. It took me a long time to actually figure out the strats. And it's not the safest to run in a marathon, but we decided to give it a try because, yeah, it's a good game to showcase. I lost my friend. It's alright. I don't really need him. He could be helpful, but yeah, it's alright. Alright, it's good. Yeah, one thing with so the difference between the characters, so Leona basically she gets 20% more bombs. Also, when she dies, she doesn't lose her resources, except if you continue. If you continue, you lose all your resources. And one of the things also with her is that when she has a vehicle, she can take 4 hits instead of 3 hits with the slug. Okay, here it's important to actually trigger this guy using without being in the slug. Oh my god, that was good. Okay. Okay, that was a good dodge. Yeah, this segment is very, very sketchy also. Like, they send enemies on the left, on the right. It's not the best, but we got through it. These enemies are not that difficult. You just need to dodge their attack here. It's not that difficult to dodge. Okay, good. On to the boss now. This is a mid-boss. If you lose the slug, it's very, very difficult. But if you don't lose the slug, actually, it's not that difficult. The thing is, like, it gave me a very bad pattern here. Okay, good. Yeah, without the slug, actually, you're most likely gonna die. That's why I was trying to keep the slug as much as possible. But we have to do the rest of the game without the slug. So they only give it to you up until this point. Last stretch here. So here, if you stay here and get rid of the tank, it's actually a safe spot. Alright, on to this segment here, which is very sketchy up until you know what to do. Actually, they try to ambush you. Yeah, the thing with this game is that enemies just try to ambush you all the time. But we have strats for everything, pretty much. This is a safe spot, basically. If you execute this, nothing actually can happen to you. Okay, last stretch. Okay, so here what we're gonna do is this. He escaped. So if I stay here and throw a bomb, yeah, it should be fine. The reason why I'm standing exactly here because I don't wanna I wanna keep one guy here. It's like he's a hidden POW. He has bombs, so usually it's important to keep him. And now, okay, onto the segment. Alright, so we're gonna spawn these enemies here. Okay, good. Yeah, here it's very important to just spawn one enemy at a time. Alright, get rid of the laser. We're gonna kill this enemy. Gonna take this weapon here. There is a hidden mobile satellite. We're just gonna use it for a small segment here, just to get rid of these enemies. And then we're gonna go to this part here. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it actually. And that's it. Okay, good. And we're good. We're good to go for the final boss. Final boss is quite challenging, but with Leona, it's probably the easiest fight. This Kraken boss. You need to know like all the different patterns. And why it is actually easier is because of this. Leona's Moon Slasher actually cancels the bullets. And the attacks are RNG. So he decides to actually summon the attacks based on the phases, but the different phases can be random as well. So he can choose between 2 or 3 attacks every time. Good. And sometimes he gives you extra bombs or stuff. Good. This attack is easy. The idea is that you want to get rid of the tentacles as quickly as possible. Okay, this attack, move away. Yeah, he's not a difficult boss, but if you don't know how to fight him, it takes time to get used to his attacks, but typically he's not too bad, especially with Leona. So here we're gonna use the Moon Slasher, because it does a lot of damage. The last two attacks actually are very predictable. We're gonna try to like save some ammo. Okay, and once you get rid of all the tentacles, there is 6 of them. You get to basically fight the boss. Okay, thank God. Here it's also easy. Okay, here, just gonna jump. Yeah, this attack is my least favorite attack. But we should be good. Here, Moon Slasher. Moon Slasher all day. Okay. Hopefully it gets. Yeah, you have to memorize all his attacks. But yeah, with Leona, it's not too bad. And we got a time over? Oh my god, this boss is giving me a pain. Okay, good. Alright, we got rid of him. Okay, no death. I lost all my credit pretty much on stage 5 and 6, which I wasn't expecting. But it's alright. If had I didn't get a death on stage 5, no, stage 6, those actually set me back pretty much. But that's 2cc of Metal Slug Double X. Great game. It's a bit frustrating to learn in the beginning, but honestly, I got to learn how to like it later. You just have to be patient in the beginning. Yeah, and Leona's probably the best character in this game. Marco is also good, but Leona is definitely the my favorite anyway. Alright, gonna tape a little RGL here. Sorry I didn't get you I got you the 1 point of shame, unfortunately. But yeah, we got a first try. Thank you for the GG's, everyone. Yeah, Big Mike, Galino Saver, Captain Gordon, welcome. The opponent, and Big Mac. Or B-Mac attack. Thank you. First try, exactly. Yeah, it's not an easy game to do in a marathon, but I'm glad I showcased it. It's a fun one. Never came out on the arcades, so only came out on the DS for Metal Slug 7 and on the home consoles. And since then, we never got any other Metal Slugs. So that was basically the last run and gun Metal Slug, like officially from SNK. We had, I think, last year or 2 years ago, a Metal Slug that came out. It's like a pay-to-win kind of game on Steam. But that doesn't count. Really, the Metal Slug that we know, pretty much that was the last arcade style Metal Slug. Thanks, Mike, for the GG's. Alright, San. Okay, that was... Alright, so that was Metal Slug Double X. Gonna wait a little bit for the credits before we switch. I'll be back with another game that was never released in the arcades, but it's arcade in spirit. So next game is gonna be a Neo Geo game by the name of Cross Swords 2. And yeah, so I'll be right back, guys. So see you around, and yeah, I'll see you in a couple of minutes.